Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene is experiencing some MAGA backlash. Holy smokes, this is fascinating. Steve Bannon, the podcasting king of MAGA, is unhappy and calling for primary challenges to everyone who supported the debt ceiling agreement, including Marjorie Taylor Greene. You gotta love it. I've said before, whenever you have, let me start from the beginning. Whenever you have a dangerous force, a dangerous movement with a dangerous ideology, such as MAGA, this MAGA Republican Party, division never helps for a movement to be effective within politics. It doesn't. And the more division within this movement, MAGA, that there is, the weaker it'll be, the less effective it'll be, and thus the better off America will be. So that's why I celebrate division. It's not just celebrating it for division's sake. Of course not. So before I get to the Steve Bannon clip, here is Marjorie Greene explaining why she voted for the debt ceiling suspension agreement.
I could have done the politically easiest thing in the world. Easiest thing in the world was for me to say, I'm not voting for this. You know what I could have done? I could have played politics. I could have said, no, I'm not voting for this. I could have attacked leadership. I could have tweeted about it. I could have done interviews. And then I could have sent all of you a bunch of fundraising emails. I could have done that.
That's what I normally do.
But I didn't. You know what I did? I got together with Thomas Massey and Jim Jordan. I said, guys, I want to do what you're going to do because I trust both of you. You guys are the two strongest conservatives. You've been here longer than me. Thomas, I trust you. You have a good plan, and I really want to try it out.
Okay. So she voted for it. And some of MAGA, including, again, Steve Bannon, even though it's hard to think of the world this way, he actually does have a good bit of influence with the audience that he has. And he is calling on his supporters, his followers, to call up and pressure and bug the individuals within the GOP who supported this debt ceiling agreement, and is calling for primary challenges against them.
Republican Party, those 149 who voted for it, who all have to be primary. Let me repeat that. All of them, including people we're quite fond of, and some who we used to be fond of, have to be primary. You know why? They have to stand on a debate stage when the primary season, and they have to justify what they did with the knowledge they had at the time of what went on, and then what the impact is, because the impact during primary season is going to be a lot worse than it is today. Okay? Republican Party.
And he has the phone numbers up on the screen there to call representatives and senators, I guess. And attached, actually, on Twitter, the individual who posted that clip to Twitter works for Steve Bannon, posted phone numbers too, it looks like. Yes. So interesting. And Steve Bannon, he's about to make me do something that I woke up today and I thought, there's one thing I'm not going to do today. And it's what Steve Bannon's about to make me do. And that's defending the logic of Marjorie Taylor Greene. What? It actually was the correct decision, as you guys know, for her to have, as well as anybody else, supported the debt ceiling agreement. Not because it was wonderful, but because we were days away from a default. And we had to get something through. This is what was negotiated. Let's go ahead and get this thing done and suspend the debt ceiling to continue paying the country's bills. So for whatever reason she did it, asking Thomas Massey or Jim Jordan or whatever, I guess it's good that she did it. And it's also good because now she's experiencing this backlash, and I love to see it. And she will have to contend with that. And if you're not familiar, Marjorie Greene is constantly on the Steve Bannon War Room podcast. But there, he's saying people we used to be fond of, people we are fond of. Is he referring to Marjorie Greene? They need to be primaried. That's betrayal. Now, apparently, Greene is also unhappy with Steve Bannon. This is from Mediaite. Greene, who was also on the list, reportedly texted Representative Matt Gaetz that she had enough with Bannon's flame-throwing inside the GOP. Steve and I aren't getting back together, and if he keeps it up, I'll take the house and kids. I hope you send it to Steve because I'm done. Marjorie Greene reportedly texted Matt Gaetz that message. And since we're on the subject of Marjorie Greene, I can't even bear to do a whole nother segment, but you gotta see this. This is from a recent border security hearing. Marjorie Greene, apparently a little confused about whether or not Africa is a country.
So if I'm coming from China or Africa or whatever country in the world, I got to get my plane ticket to Mexico and then schedule my appointment so I can come into a port of entry. Now, here's the really interesting.
No. Marjorie Taylor Greene, don't play into the jokes about you like that. That is just very disastrous. But there it is. MAGA divided. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before all the clips are able to be uploaded to the YouTube channel, plus get the bonus show on the weekends, you can do so by going to lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. That's lukebeasleyshow.com/membership, and there's a link in the description.